So what if a politician copied his rival's playbook to win? Imagine being mocked by your opponents for doing the exact same thing they support. This fight involves redrawing state maps and using social media as a weapon. This is another example of Republicans, and I'll show you videos at the end, of Republicans falling on their faces when they're being hypocritical, as usual. To understand today's fight, you must first see how it began. We all know Donald Trump came from a wealthy New York family who grew a real estate empire in New York. He became a famous host of a hit TV show. Later on, became the president of the United States. His path was unlike any other politician ever. And that was the key to his entire story. He was different. Trump's path to power was built on not acting like a typical politician. He used blunt talk and social media to connect directly with voters. And we saw that in both elections. Well, it's more in the first election. What did people say? Oh, he speaks his mind. You know, he has no filter. I like that. He speaks like a common guy, like a regular guy. He's not always
Reagan wasn't a politician though; he was an actor.
A politician, but he acted like a politician when he became a politician. Yeah. Like, he's like the poster boy of a U.S. politician. For example, Twitter became his main weapon in his first election. This is the first time we saw a politician use Twitter or social media as an effective tool to speak out to his voters. This game let him control the news cycle and allowed him to attack his rivals day and night. There was no, he was allowed to, if he was in 3 a.m. taking a dump, he can bash one of his rivals, right? And this was genius. This is pretty smart. We look at it now, it's funny and stupid, but it was actually pretty smart. I just want to show you some famous, not famous example, but I just want to show you some examples of some tweets he did. What I'm showing you, I want you to keep in mind his style of tweeting, okay? All right, so obviously his famous all caps, right? To make his point, he goes all caps. So this I find funny on January 29, 2024. This is the Trump, he wasn't even president. This is the Trump stock market because all my polls against Biden are so good that investors are projecting that I will win and that will drive the market up. Blah, blah, blah. He's saying he's taking all credit for the stock market. Then after April 30, 2025, this is Biden's stock market. It's not Trump's. He didn't take over. I didn't take over until January 20th. Tariffs will soon start kicking in. Companies, blah, 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 blah. So basically, he's talking to the people. His signature, all caps, back. And obviously his quotes of nicknames, right? Biden overhang, whatever, or Sleepy Joe, you know? This is a funny one. This is like he's upset that no one comes to the big names don't come to his events. His speeches, his events. So he's accusing how much did Kamala Harris pay Bruce Springsteen for his poor performance during her campaign for president? Why did he accept that money? He's such a fan of hers. Isn't that a major and illegal campaign contribution? What about Beyonce? Anyways, blah blah blah. Attacking his rivals. The putting quotation unpatriotic entertainers. Now he doesn't like Bruce Springsteen. I see that highly overrated Bruce Springsteen goes to a foreign country to speak badly about the president of the United States. I never liked him, never liked his music or his radical left politics. And importantly, he's not a talented guy. Bruce Springsteen, a fucking American legend. Yeah. Okay? He's not a talented guy. Now that power is challenged by a slowing economy and rising prices, this created a major problem for him. His party could lose control of Congress right now in the midterm elections. So you understand if right now Republicans have very slim margin of majority, same as the Senate. If he loses in the midterms and the Democrats get more seats and they have power, basically Trump can't do nothing anymore. Like loses basically all the power. Then they have to start negotiating to get stuff, and then that's what real politics happens. To stop this, he allegedly asked the governor of Texas to redraw the maps. Remember we spoke about gerrymandering? To redraw the maps to squeeze 5 more seats, to guarantee 5 more seats in Congress. Seeing the plan to redraw maps, California's governor, Gavin Newsom, decided to fight back. Gavin Newsom said California would also redraw its maps to add 5 new seats in the favor of the Democrats. But then he did something more surprising. He began copying Trump's tweet style, using signature words like sad or people are saying, and giving like little nicknames to his rivals. But obviously he's doing this to mock Trump, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Piss him off, you know?
Did he get more popular?
Yeah, it's working. People, well, now he got more popular. He's already a pretty popular guy, but it's getting under the skin of Trump and Republicans.
Antagonism.
I can show you some examples.
The pushes buttons.
He's fighting back. Donald Trump, the lowest polling president in recent history. So this is from The Office, Gavin Newsom. Second to last warning. The next one is the last. Stand down now. California will counterstrike. So basically, he's mocking Trump to destroy your legal crooked maps in red states. Press conference coming. Blah blah blah. Donald Taco Trump. You know what taco is? Taco is
Tuesdays. The announcements for tariffs.
No, but it's each letter stands for something. Okay. Something he always backs down.
Yeah.
I forgot what it was. Donald Taco Trump, and many call him, missed the deadline. California will now draw new, more beautiful maps. You know, this is very Trump style, right?
Trump always chickens out.
That's it. Thanks, Manny. Trump always chickens out. Your favorite governor, Gavin Newsom. There's one. Beyond the beautiful, perfect maps, Donald J. Trump has much bigger problems. Soon, Gavin C. Newsom, will be sharing records that should concern him. Oh, you're kind of seeing where I'm getting at, right? He's mocking him. When Speaker, this is attacking Little Johnson, Mike Johnson, the Speaker of the House. Little man Johnson is standing in the unemployment line.
Oh my God!
And thank Donald Taco Trump. Trump missed a simple deadline. So it's funny, right? And we all know he's mocking what he's doing, right? He's not trying to do it to win to win popularity. He's doing it just to mock him.
Yeah.
So everybody gets this. The response to Newsom's news tweet style for some Republicans was swift. They called his behavior unprofessional, immature, not fit to be a political leader.
Oh my God!
This.
Yeah.
He's doing exactly what Trump is doing, and now look what they're saying. Look at the irony here. This criticism ignores that Newsom was simply using Trump's own successful playbook. Now, I got some videos to show the reactions. So remember I mentioned before that Texas is redrawing the maps, and because of that, Gavin Newsom, California, said, we're going to redraw the maps too. Look how they're acting because Gavin Newsom wants to redraw the maps. This is Charlie Kirk.
Charlie Kirk guy.
Yeah, you know he is.
Yeah.
And so Gavin Newsom is going to try to call a special session to overturn the will of the voters. I thought it was all about democracy, right? It's not democracy. It's about oligarchy. And the baseline component of all of this is that the people of California, Republican and Democrat, socialist and libertarian, they don't want politicians involved in the drawing of the maps. Gavin Newsom does not care because he wants to be president more than listen to the voters of California. And so
he's complaining about this. Texas is doing the same thing. Texas is doing the same thing, but he's complaining about Gavin Newsom saying that he's taking the will from the voters from the will from the voters.
Yeah.
But Texas is doing the exact same thing.
I have a point. Results matter. A new performative, confrontational style. Maybe it wins you points with the loony radical base in your party, but America is not going to vote for that record. I have a point. Results matter. A new.
So he's saying it's not going to work. It doesn't work. It worked for Trump. All of a sudden, you're happy. You always talked about Trump's tweets are unfiltered, reaching out to the real word to Americans. All of a sudden, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Stop sounding like crazy people. That really is all it is. I mean, this idea that Gavin Newsom is somehow going to mimic Donald Trump's style, I think that ignores the fundamental genius of President Trump's political success, which is that he's authentic. He just is who he is. You've got to be yourself. You've actually got to talk to people honestly about the issues. I don't think it's that complicated. Don't be a crazy person. Be authentic. If the Democrats did that, they'd do a hell of a lot better. But
oh my God,
he's calling Gavin Newsom, what he's doing is crazy, acting like a crazy person. Yeah. He's literally doing what Trump did. He's literally doing what Trump did.
Yeah.
The other thing is, or at the debate, the other thing for me is that for the last week, Gavin Newsom, and why am I giving him advice? You have to stop it with the Twitter thing. I don't know where his wife is. If I were his wife, I would say, "What? You are making a fool of yourself. Stop it. Do not let your staff tweet. And if you're doing it yourself, put the phone away and start over. And if you really, he's got a big job as governor of California, but if he wants an even bigger job, he has to be a little bit more serious." The thing is, or at the debate.
Wow.
It's like the irony. Anyways, I just found that hilarious that Gavin Newsom is just doing, first of all, he's redrawing the maps only because the Republicans are doing. He's tweeting like Trump because Trump does it. But then there's just two different sets of rules. When we do it, it's good for it's good for America because we're stopping the radical left from taking over. So we need to get more seats to stop the radical left. But when Gavin Newsom does it, he's taking the vote away from the voters. He's rigging the election. And same thing with the tweets and stuff. Anyways,
that's amazing.
It.